You released your music yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Are you now still not signed with a record label?
Yeah, I'm still independent.
And why is that so important for you?
I think just because I get to do the music I want to do and, you know, portray myself as myself rather than being boxed into something or someone kind of being like, this is who you're going to be, this is the music you're going to make, which I can't really imagine for myself, which kind of is that's the label format. You get an artist or a singer and you create them into an artist. But I like the fact that I was able to create my own artist, and which is just me. I'm able to be me every day, which, yeah, I prefer.
Why do you think that most artists play it safe, if you can say it in that way, and do go for a record label?
I mean, there are so many great things that come with being with a record label, really, and I think that's why it's still kind of the traditional way, because you have the funding, there's, you know, someone paying for everything and paying for huge things as well to make sure that you're as successful as you can be. And, you know, you have that support behind you of many heads and people who have been working in the music business for years and years. So I think, yeah, that's a comfort that I don't expect loads of people to not want.
And with social media, and in particularly YouTube, do you think artists have become more independent?
Definitely. I think that's probably been the driving force of independent artists, is like social media and the internet.
Yeah. Have you done a lot on YouTube?
Yeah, well, I think the thing that kind of kicked off my career was my first video called 50/50 that I put on YouTube, and it kind of circulated, and that's how people got talking. So yeah, I've used YouTube.
And if you think about the music industry 10 years from now, how do you think it will evolve? Do you think maybe more people will be more independent?
I think so, yeah. I think so, because technology is only going to advance and make it easier for people to access things wherever they are. So it makes sense that more people will become independent and more people will digest music in so many different ways. I'm sure after streaming there'll be another way of taking in music as well, so yeah.
And about your stage name, it's Ray Black, and the BLK stands for Building, Living, Knowing, and those are the values that you live by, sort of. Can you elaborate on that?
So I've always felt like as an artist you should have something that your music says, or something about you that, you know, speaks to people, a message that you want to translate. So I always want to remind my listeners to build and work hard for their future, their careers, their goals, whatever it is they want to achieve, and living, because I also want to, you know, remind people that they have to live life to the fullest while they can, because you only have one life, and knowing, because I think education is really important as well, just making sure that you keep learning throughout your life, even if it's out of school. You know, not everyone has to go to university, but you can keep learning.
Do you live by these values every day?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the name's kind of there to remind myself as well. Like sometimes I may take myself too seriously and not want to take a risk or be adventurous, but then that reminds me that I should be living life to the fullest and doing whatever it is I want to do that makes me happy.
So what are the types of risks that you take?
Really, well, a big risk I took was coming into the music industry, because, you know, I went to university and I was working in PR in a grad scheme, and it was kind of a risk really for me to be like, I'm gonna leave this job and I'm gonna pursue my dreams, and that was just me being like, I only have one life, and if I never do this, I'll be upset at myself that I never tried. So yeah.
How do you feel about that now? No regrets?
No regrets, none.
That's good. And about your mini album, what is the message that you want to send about?
About the mini album?
Yeah.
Well, the songs are really about, most of them are about loving yourself and living your life as you want to live it, and not taking, you know, shit from anybody. Can I swear or no?
Sure.
Not taking
No,
shit from
can.
anybody. And that's what most of my songs are about. Like, don't take shit from anyone. Be who you want to be. Express yourself. Be strong. And yeah, that's what I always want to communicate in my music.
Is there a song on there that you, have a soft spot for?
I think I have a soft spot for 50/50. Firstly, because it was like the first song that kind of kicked off the whole mini album. That was the first song I did on it before everything else. And at the time, I think I was writing it for myself as well, to tell me that you shouldn't accept someone who is 50/50 with you. Like, it's 100% or nothing. And I have girls coming up to me saying, oh, that song made me leave the rubbish guy I was seeing, or that song is my life. And it makes me happy to know that that song I made for myself has also helped other people. So, yeah.
What's the most interesting story from someone who listens to your music, a fan, if you will?
I think just I get a lot of messages from girls saying that they can see themselves in me, and that is kind of, you know, giving them strength to, like, you know, leave someone who wasn't good enough for them, or just made them feel better about themselves. Yeah, and that's really important to me.
Yeah, that is of course very important.
Yeah.
Where do you get your inspiration from?
In terms of music, yeah. Everyday life, to be honest, just experiences that I go through, that people around me go through. It all comes from real life events, whether it's mine or someone else's.
Can you give me an example of that?
An example? Well, I've got this song called Honey on my mini album, and the song is about being able to differentiate when someone actually wants to be with you because they love you for the person you are, or whether they just want to sleep with you, you know, because I feel like a lot of girls, young girls, in London, I don't know how it is in the rest of the world, but a lot of young girls in London get tricked into being with guys who don't really care about them at all, but they, you know, sell them this dream. We call it like selling dreams. Sell them this dream that they want to be with them and they're going to look after them and be a great guy. But then at the end of the day, they just use them. And then I think some guys go through that thing as well, with like being with a girl thinking that she wants him for him, but really she just likes him for whatever nice thing he has. But if you take that away, she'll be gone. And that's what that song is about, really.
You can tell me if you don't want to answer this, but has that happened to you?
Has it happened to me?
Yeah.
Oh, as a girl, definitely. I think it happens to most girls. Like, you chat to a guy and then you realise that, oh, you're not actually that serious. And then you throw him in the dustbin. So, yeah.
In what way does music help by that? Does writing about it make you feel better?
Definitely. I think writing songs is kind of like your healing process. Sessions, I find my sessions tend to be kind of like therapeutic. Yeah.
How do you stand out from other artists? How do you make yourself stand out?
Yeah. I think everyone kind of stands out in their own way by just doing them. Like, I'm very true to myself and who I am, and that can't be replicated because no one else is me and I'm no one else. So I think that in itself makes me stand out. Yeah.
And you're now on tour. How is it?
It's good. It's new. I've never done this before. It's my first tour, and I was really nervous especially for the first show because I didn't know what to expect. But it's been really good.
And you're actually performing before Emily Sunday. What is that like?
It's exciting because, I mean, she's a huge artist, so she draws in huge crowds, first of all. So I'm in front of a lot of people every night we're performing. So that's an amazing experience to see people, you know, vibing, enjoying the music. And it's great to watch her as well, so I get to learn from what she's doing.
Would you say there's still something in your career that you hope to achieve, maybe an ambition somewhere where you want to perform, or it could be anything, maybe dream collaboration?
Oh, there's so much I'd love to do. Well, I was talking to someone yesterday about seeing that I've got some fans in Japan, which was surprising to me. So I'd love to go to Japan one day and perform.
Why Japan?
Yeah. Because I've never been there, and the culture is so different from my British culture or any other like Western culture. So I just want to see what it's like, and also actually see these real fans in Japan when I'm all the way from London. Yeah.
And are you working on anything new?
Yeah, I'm working on new music all the time. I've been in the studio a lot this year so far, and I'll continue to be.
Can you give us maybe a little sneak peek?
I mean, I've been working on an album, so that's what's coming. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I wish you good luck.
Thank you.
And thank you so much.
Thank you. No worries.